Hi, I am Ara Grace Cormoso from BSN 1B Henderson. My report is about filariasis. So first, what is filariasis? So filariasis is a disease caused by a chronic mosquito-borne parasitic infection. So ito rin ay chronic infection na nagalit sa swelling ng ating mga extremities, hydrocele and testicular muscles. And it also a second largest cause of permanent deformity and disability behind leprosy worldwide. So, we're gonna move on. So, ano nga ba ang causative agent ng filariasis? So, filariasis is caused by at least 3 species of nematode parasite. Nandito yung Wuchereria bancrofti, Brugia malayi, and Brugia timori. So, it is also transmitted to 5 kind of mosquitoes including the Aedes, Anopheles, Culex, Mansonia, and Ocerathatus. So, ito yung limang yon, ito yung 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, ang pinakang common dito ay yung number 1, which is the Aedes. Ito yung pinakang common na lamok na nandito sa atin. So, next is the mode of transmission. So, the disease is transmitted to a person through bites from a infected female mosquito, primarily Aedes posilius that bites at night. So, yun yung pinakang common, yung sinabi ko kanina, ito yung number 1. So, dito naman sa pathogenesis and clinical manifestations. So, meron ako naka-attach dito na picture. So, dito makikita kung paano yung cycle ng pagpasok ng larva sa ating katawan. So, during a blood meal, an infected mosquito introduced third stage filarial larvae into the skin of the human host. So, kapag nag-penetrate na sila sa ating bite wound. So, yung first step, so the stage, they develop in adults that commonly reside in the lymphatics. So, mosquito takes blood meal, yun yung kumagat na. Tapos, dito sa pangalawa, so, the female worms measure 80 to 100 mm in length and 0.24 to 30 mm in diameter. So, mas maliit naman yung mga male sa female. So, ang male ay nag-measure lang naman ng about sa 40 to by 1 mm. So, ang adult produce microfilariae measuring 244 to 296 by 7.5 to 10. So, which are sheeted and have nocturnal periodicity except the South Pacific microfilariae which have the absence of marked periodicity. So, yung microfilariae, nag-migrate ito sa lymph and yung blood channel ay nag-moving actively through lymph node and blood. So, dun nga sa third stage is adults produce sheeted microfilariae that enter peripheral circulation. So, ang mosquito ay ingested the microfilariae during blood meal. So, after ingestion, the microfilariae lose their sheaths and some of them work their way through the wall of the trabeculosis and cardiac portion of the mosquito's midgut and reach the thoracic muscles. So, dun nga, there are the microfilariae develop into first stage. So, yung larvae and subsequently into third stage and effective larvae. So, this pang 7. So, the third stage of ineffective larvae migrate through the hemocoel to the mosquito's proboscis. So, and then it also can infect another human when the mosquito takes blood meal. So, paano naman ito nakakahawa or nag-spread? So, ang mosquito ay nag-spread sa lymphatic filariasis from one person to another. So, kapag yung mosquito ay nag-bite sa person na may lymphatic filariasis na, yung microscopic worms in the person's blood enter and infect the mosquito. So, kapag yung infectious mosquito ay nag-bite na ulit sa another person, yung person na yon ay maybe infected na sa cycle ng pag-spread ng lymphatic filariasis. So, ano nga ba yung mga signs and symptoms ng filariasis? So, mayroong fever, inguinal or axillary lymphadenopathy, testicular and or inguinal pain, skin exfoliation, limb or genital swelling. Pero hindi naman porke may ganyang kanilatis, filariasis na naman. Pero most people have no symptoms. Yung bigla-bigla lang mamamaga yung kanilang mga braso, legs, breast, and tsaka mga genitals nila. So, dito sa laboratory diagnosis, so meron tayong physical examination, history taking, observation of the major and minor signs and symptoms. So, meron ding nung nocturnal blood examination or NNB, and yung immunochromatographic test or ICT. So, for the treatment, so ang usual treatment sa filariasis is a drug called a diethyl carbamazine or DEC. So, which kills both immature and adult worms. So, healthcare providers can obtain DEC from CDC after lab result confirmed infection. So, ang DEC or the diethyl carbamazine can help treat recent infections. So, however, hindi naman to helpful sa pag-treating ng chronic symptoms na related sa damage ng lymphatic system. So, either the elephantiasis or the hydrocele. So, it might be, remain many years after initial infection. Pero mas mabuti pang pumunta kayo sa mga healthcare provider para sa diagnosis and saka treatment ng filariasis. So, sa prevention, meron tayo dito sa pag-control sa vector. So, environmental sanitation such as a proper drainage and cleanliness of surroundings. So, maglinis-linis na lang tayo sa mga kapaligiran natin. Like yung mga nakaimbak na tubig, baka may mga nangyayatlag na doon ng mga lamok, or maglinis tayo para hindi tayo lamukin. So, spraying with insecticides, pwede din, wag yung kasi may also produce harmful effects din yung insecticide. So, use mosquito nets or yung kulambo or yung mga ganun. Yang kung nasa masyadong kayo, use long sleeve, long pants, tsaka mga socks para iwas tayo sa kagat ng lamok. So, meron din tayo sa pag-measure ng aim to protect the individuals and yung family sa mga endemic areas. So, pag-apply ng insect repellent sa ating katawan, yung like yung mga ganyan, off lotion, ganyan. Yung i-screen natin yung mga house natin, tsaka health education din. So, thank you po. So, meron po ako ditong short assessment. So, 1 to 3, give the 3 causative agents of filariasis. So, 4 to 5, which is 2 points ito, yung how it's primarily transmitted. And 6 to 10, give the 5 sign and symptom of filariasis. Thank you.